We have breaking news ahead of opening day of a huge trade between the Rockies and the Jays as David Dahl is off to Canada and Bo Bichette follows in his father's footsteps to Colorado. Now, we have just got footage in of the Rockies GM, Aussie addressing today the media about the trade and also news of a 6-month injury to starting pitcher Yu Darvish. Let's go and see what he had to say. Look, if I can just address the Yu injury first, it's obviously annoying. There's other things I would have rather spent $18 million on than an injured pitcher, but he's not out for the entire season, so hopefully he comes back strong for the end of the year for us. And as for the trade, it's really tough to say goodbye to David. He has been a fantastic player for me and the Rockies over many seasons now. But it's also exciting to have a Bichette back in Denver. So I think the trade as a whole, it makes us stronger, and I'm excited for what the future holds. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome to Season 5, Episode 1 here at the Colorado Rockies. Today we host Arizona opening day, and we will have Bo Bichette in our lineup for that game. We completed the trade. We sent David Dahl off to Toronto, and we have received in return Bo Bichette. As I said just a second ago there, it's tough to say goodbye to Dahl, but I do think having Bo at the club does make us just that little bit stronger. And there had been some requests to put the personality in the thing here, so that's been done for you also. You can see that there. The high adaptability should mean down the line we could use him as a second baseman. This, of course, means that our young shortstop doesn't have to get rushed into the team quite so rapidly. So yeah, I think it does actually work out altogether, and you guys in both in the comments and in the Discord did make some very good arguments why this was the way that we needed to go forward. So Bichette is a Rocky. We'll see him in action very, very soon. But the other big news really is that Yu Darvish, it's 5 months now, 6 months at the time. He's out with a torn shoulder labrum. I'm not quite sure what that is or does, but obviously it's not ideal. So we are without him for the first half of a little bit more than the first half of the season, which is obviously a blow because we spent $18 million to get him into our rotation and we're not going to have him. But if he comes back for the end of the season, then we'll just about accept it, and hopefully he'll get the job done when it matters most. Now, we did make a few other trades as well, so let's go and have a look at those. So the first one is sending Brett Conine to the Atlanta Braves. He never really settled in for us. I would have had to put him on waivers if I dropped him back to AAA. There was a decent chance, obviously, he was going to get claimed off of that. So as ever, I tried to get something for him, and what we got was another utility infield option in Victor Gutierrez. He's fine, he's solid, he's a minor league contract. Yeah, I mean, it's just someone that can come in and fill a gap for us. A decent shortstop as well, which might come in useful. Good third baseman as well. So might come in useful, again, if we're trying to protect our youngster from coming in too soon. Yeah, so we'll see how he does. That was one trade. The next trade was sending Jack Patterson off to the Cubs. Similar situation in that if we put him back to AAA, or if we hadn't put him in the starting the active roster, then he would have been available to claim off of waivers, and we probably would have lost him anyway. So what we got in place of him is basically someone that's very, very similar, only right-handed, but not left-handed. He's, he could be a bullpen, he could be an emergency starter. He's a very, very decent pitcher. So I think he could be a very useful acquisition for us. And the third trade is we sent Durian Gonzalez also off to the Cubs. Now, this is sort of a little bit of a complicated one. I had initially traded Khalil Lee off to the Cubs, and I'll show you the player we got in just a second. Then I realized that actually I think I want Khalil Lee, so I had to go and trade to try and get him back, and this is one of the players that the Cubs wanted. So we gave him a brief spell in Major League Baseball last year. He did okay without being spectacular. He'd been a solid AAA player for us before that, but anyway, he's gone off, and in return we got a good catching option, I think, here in Drew Romo. Now, he has only ever played high A, so he's not going to be ready for us this season, or not immediately anyway, but very, very good defensively. He's a leader as well. He's a captain. So down the line, he is going to be someone that comes into our lineup. I'm thinking probably to replace Vazquez is my sort of long-term plan for him. And he's a decent batter as well. So I think we've got basically the new Vazquez when that change needs to happen. So very, very happy with that trade as well. Now, before we sort of move on officially from David Dahl, I did just want to take a quick second to just acknowledge exactly how good of a player he has been for us. What do we got here? We've got just under 1,000 hits, 196 doubles, 47 triples, 168 home runs, just under 500 RBIs. He was a spectacular player, a batting average for the club of .320. Now, that actually stacks up very well historically, because if we look at all-time batting average leaders for the Rockies, there he is up there in second place. You can see Bichette's dad up there in sixth as well, so a little bit of family rivalry, hopefully, to come there. Brendan Rodgers in ninth. But yeah, we're focusing on David Dahl. He pretty much in every major batting category features in the top 10 somewhere. He has been a wonderful player, and that is why I was a little bit hesitant to trade him away, but it's done now. So, yeah, but he will be remembered fondly, I think, at this Rockies organization and amongst the Aussie Villain faithful, hopefully, anyway. Now, that brings us to spring training. Now, this is how spring training went. We went neck and neck with the Dodgers, 17 wins, 11 defeats, so that's not too bad. Obviously, it doesn't mean too much, and we were experimenting with players and whatnot. Now, the actual predictions, if we have a quick look at the American League, well, you can see everybody there. Any of our players, former players, no. And in the pitching, it doesn't look like we haven't really had any pitchers we've got rid of that we wanted to keep. So that's how the American League's shaping up. But what we're interested in, obviously, is the National League. And we are expected, where are we here? We're expected to be a poor team, which is obviously disappointing. 25 games behind the Dodgers and behind the Diamondbacks playing under 500. Now, I think we're better than that. Surely we're better than that. But that is that's what the predictions say. We have a look at the batting. Sergilio is right up there, as is Evan White. Surely, if that's the case, then we're going to do okay. And on the pitching front, Robbie Ray features in the top 10. I think that's 10, isn't it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yeah. So, I mean, we've got two batters and a pitcher in the top 10. Surely we're going to do better than less than 500. But, yeah, makes you a little bit concerned, doesn't it? That, I think, brings us to the opening day lineups. So let's have a look at those. Now, perhaps some of the problem with the predictions is that we do have a few unknown quantities, I guess, in our lineup. But it's going to be Bo Bichette leading us off at shortstop. Brendan Rodgers drops down to second, where he batted better for us at second base. Evan White, of course, will bat third. He's at first base. MVP Andy Sergilio will clean up in right field. It is Jimmy Herron, the new David Dahl. He bats 5 in left field. It is Ryder Jones batting 6. He's at third base. Kevin Alcantara, again, one of the new boys, a rookie. He bats 7 in center field. He is the new Jackie Bradley, of course. Vazquez, the catcher, bats 8. Jack Flaherty on the mound, his first appearance as a Rocky. He gets opening day for us. We're up against Zach Gallen for them. And Zach Gallen looks shockingly very, very good, unfortunately, for us. So we're going to be in tough here today. Hit last season ERA of 350-odd, a whip of just above 1, a WAR of 5 on the nose. So he was very good last year. Let's hope he has maybe a poor start to the year. A few Michael Conforto from the Mets is there, so that's a bit of a change around. Who are they? The Diamondbacks side. Well, let's see how opening day goes. It's very much a new look Rockies side, and well, hopefully we're going to do okay. I'm quietly confident we've got a decent side, but I mean, obviously the Dovish injury doesn't help us as we start things off with a line out there straight to Ryder Jones, and well, excellent stuff. Robinson up next, he's going to face Flaherty. I forgot to show you the active rosters coming into opening day. I'll post that, or I would have posted it earlier today on the Discord. So just go and have a quick link to Discord in the description if you want to see the full opening day rosters. Can we get out of the first innings with nothing on the board? We can. Flaherty with a strikeout, and that is a nice way to start the season off. Here we go with Bo Bichette. His first at bat as a Rocky. 3-1 count. Come on, Bo. He draws the walk. Now, of course, he is a big threat of stealing as well. Brendan Rodgers comes in. 1-0 count. Rogers looks to... Oh, it's a horrible bunt. Brendan Rodgers, don't ever bunt again, please. It is Evan White coming in now. Bo's still at first. 0-1 pitch. Evan White pops it up. And that will be 2 away for Andy Sigilio. And let's see what Mr. MVP can do. 2-1 pitch. And Sigilio, what a way to start the season. Sends it into the fans in right field. And it is 2-0 to the Rockies. 403 feet over right field. And Andy Sigilio, that's why he's the MVP. Wonderful, wonderful stuff from him. And a wonderful start to the season. Jimmy Herron comes in now. Let's see what he can do. The new David Dull. And he has grounded that out to first. And that'll do it for the first. But we've taken a 2-0 lead on 1 hit. And Flaherty will continue to Michael Conforto. A first pitch swing. And that is straight to Evan White. 1 away. Lovely work, boys. Carson Kelly comes in now. He's the catcher, isn't he? A 1-1. That is to Bichette. Over to first. And, well... it's all too easy, isn't it? All too easy. Pavin Smith comes in, the first baseman for them, a 3-0 pitch, and Flaherty gives up his first base runner as a Rocky. And let's hope that doesn't come back to bite us as Perdomo comes in. An 0-2 pitch. That's well hit, but straight to Sigilio. That ends the top of the second. And it is Ryder Jones. Now, we need Ryder Jones to have a better season than he did last year. I'll be honest, he's only just in the active roster. Velarde did very well in spring training. We've got Alcantara having his first at-bat, I believe, in Major League Baseball. Let's see what he can do. Was it Alcantara? I'll get there eventually with him. That's popped up. That'll be 2 away. But yeah, it would have been very, very easy to keep Velarde in the roster, active roster, and drop Ryder Jones down. The main reason I didn't is because, Ryder Jones is a lefty. And Velarde is a righty, and we have enough right-handers as it is. That is, well, I tell you what, that was ball 4, wasn't it? And instead, he's lined it straight to Bichette for, or grounded to Bichette, I should say, for 2 away. Gallon, the pitcher, comes in. An 0-1 pitch. That is to first base. That should be easy. Flaherty covers first. That is 2 away. And it is Alec Thomas to the plate now. He is 0 for 1 today, I believe. There's another strikeout, and that is, 2 away. Flaherty to the plate. First at bat as a Rocky. What can he do? 1-2 pitch, and that is the end of him. Bo Bichette walked, of course, last time around. What can he do this time? 0-1 pitch. Bo Bichette gets it up the middle, and that is going to be a 1-out single for the new Rocky shortstop. In comes Brendan Rodgers, of course, who did a shocking attempt at a bunt last time. There goes Bichette. That's not even close, and that's 2 away. Alright, Rodgers, you don't have to bunt now. See what you can do. 2-2. He watches strike 3. Slow start to the season for Brendan Rodgers, isn't it? And, that ends the third. Robinson comes in. He's 0 for 1 today to face Flaherty. A 1-2 pitch for him. And that is a strikeout. What I'll do at the end of this game, I'll show you the active roster, actually, because there's a few things I wanted to try and explain and get your feedback on. I will still have posted it to the Discord earlier today, though. And that is 2 away. Nice little pop out there for Conforto to come back in. He's 0 for 1. A 1-1 pitch. 2 out, no one on. And that should do it into the shift. Oh, Ryder Jones. Now, was that a Ryder Jones error? Or was that an Evan White error? It's an error on Jones. Mate, you're doing your best for me to drop you, aren't you? So it should be innings over. Carson Kelly comes in. Runner at second. 2 away. And it doesn't cost us anything as Alcantara comes in. Makes a simple catch, and we eventually end the fourth. Still 2-0 in the top of the fourth, I should say. Still 2-0 up. Evan White to the plate. He is 0 for 1 today. A 2-1 pitch. Evan White rips that into left field. That's going to be a leadoff single. Can he stretch it to a double? No, he can't. And Evan White has his first hit of the season. MVP Sigilio comes in. A 2-run home run last time up. A 2-0 pitch. Sigilio has popped it up. Is it going to drop in? No, it's not. And that'll be 1 away. Evan White will go back to first, and it brings Jimmy Herron up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. First pitch swing. There goes Evan White. He's no chance. Crab, why are we suddenly stealing everybody? Unbelievable. Herron now 2 out, no one on. A 1-0 pitch. Jimmy Herron has grounded that to third. And it's another error. This time it's on them. So both teams in the fourth have had an error with 2 out, no one on, and let's see if Ryder Jones can punish them for that error, because it was his error for us. He just watches strike 3, and that ends the innings eventually, and it doesn't cost us, or them, anything, I should say. Flaherty to face Pavin Smith, who walked last time up. 1-0 this time. Up the middle, and that is a first hit of the game for the Diamondbacks in the top of the 5th. A leadoff single. It's Perdomo to the plate. He's 0 for 1. A 1-2 pitch. Come on, Flaherty. There's a strikeout. Excellent stuff. 1 away. Hill Jr. now comes in. He's 0 for 1. Can we get a double play? No, we cannot. Sigilio is not going to have a play at that, and that's going to be a double, is it? Can we get him at third? No, it's only a single. Runners at the corners with 1 out. This is dangerous. The pitch is up to bat. Now, of course, he won't be able to bunt here. He'll have to swing. And Sigilio is there. How's your arm, Andy? Can he stop the run from scoring? He can. And that's why he's MVP. Alright, it's Alec Thomas who's 0 for 2. Can we keep the 0? 2 out, 2 on. It is popped up. Alcantara's there. He should have that for breakfast. And that ends the innings. A little bit of a tight spot there for Flaherty, but he gets away with it. We still have that 2-0 lead. Alcantara comes in for his second at bat in Major League Baseball. An 0-2 pitch, and Alcantara strikes out. At least he swung the bat, though. Vazquez, who's 0 for 1, comes in. A 1-1 pitch on him. Vazquez has absolutely ripped that down the left field line, and that should be a double for our catcher. It is. A 1-out double for Vazquez. Now, does Flaherty hit? That's going to be the big question, isn't it? He does. He's 0 for 1 today. A first pitch swing, and it gets away from the catcher. Gets Vazquez over to third. And Flaherty with a chance here of an RBI if he can get a ball in play for us. A 1-2 pitch. He swings, he misses, and that is 2 away. And it's Bo Bichette now. 1 for 1 with a walk. Can he drive in a run? 1-0 pitch. Bo Bichette, he can. He rips it into left field, and that drives in another run. A first RBI for the Rockies for Bo. It's 3-0 in the bottom of the 5th. 2 out, 1 on for Brendan Rodgers. 0 for 2 he is today. There goes Bo. And Bo, oh no, he's going to get there this time. Alright. Third time's the charm when it comes to stealing, and Rodgers now with a chance to drive in a run. It's the 1-0 pitch. Rodgers has, it's well hit, and it gets past the shortstop. It's an infield hit for Brendan Rodgers. 2 out, runners at the corners for Evan White, who's 1 for 2. Evan White can give us a stranglehold on this game, and he has failed to do so. And that'll end the 5th. We do extend the lead by 1. It's 3-0. And Flaherty will come back out to face Robinson, who is 0 for 2 today. A 2-2 pitch. And there's a strikeout. Flaherty is having a decent first outing as a Rocky, isn't he? It's Marte to the plate now. He's 0 for 2. A first pitch swing from him. That's straight back to the pitcher. That should be 2 away. It is. And he's only thrown 66 pitches. Conforto comes in. He's 0 for 2. 3-1 pitch. And he walks. 2 out, 1 on for Carson Kelly, who's 0 for 2. A full count. And that is popped up. Herron out there should have a simple catch. It seems strange not having David Dahl out there, doesn't it? But that ends the top of the 6th. We go and have a bat. It's Sigilio to lead us off. He is 1 for 2 with that 2-run home run. A full count. And Sigilio gets it into right field again. It's a leadoff single this time. And, well, that's good to see. 0 for 2, Jimmy Herron comes in. 2-2 pitch. Herron strikes out. 1 away. Ryder Jones, who's 0 for 2. Ryder Jones pops it up. Come on, Ryder. You don't want more errors and hits in a game, mate. That is not a way to endear yourself to me, I've got to say. That's 2 away with a runner at first for Alcantara now. He's 0 for 2. There goes Sigilio. Oh, he gets there with comfort. He could have stopped and had a cup of tea halfway. Alright, come on, Alcantara. Let's get yourself a first career RBI here, mate. He has not managed to do it. He's popped it up. He's done his best, God love him. But that ends the 6th. We're still 3-0 up. And Flaherty, I'm assuming, will come back out. He does to face Pavin Smith, who is 1 for 1 with a walk. A 2-2 pitch. And that is ripped into right field. And that's going to be a leadoff double. Sigilio's good, but he's not that good. And is it maybe time in the 7th to take Flaherty out? Perdomo comes in. He's only 82 pitches in. Perdomo's 0 for 2. It's a full count. He walks. And Flaherty will now face Hill Jr., who is 1 for 2. A 2-2 pitch. We would love a strikeout here. We get a strikeout. Well done, Flaherty. 1 away. Seth Beer comes in to pinch hit. Can we get a double play out of him? 2-2 pitch. We've hit him. That was silly. Flaherty now, 1 out with bases loaded. You're not going to throw it all away here, are you? Come on. It's Thomas, as I said, who is 0 for 3. A 1-2 pitch. A strikeout would be huge. And he gets it. That's 2 away. All right. Robinson comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Let's get this man and have a bat. Oh, no. And Flaherty gives up a grand slam. 2 out, bases loaded, 390 feet over left field. And just like that, all his good work is undone. He's given up 4 runs on 4 hits. Now Marte comes to the plate. And that could be an infield hit. Bo has no play. And you had the feeling, didn't you? We've gone too long. Aaron Fletcher comes out of the bullpen now. Aaron Fletcher gives up another home run, does he? And this game is getting away from us. 6 runs in the 6th. What are we doing with our lives, boys? 416 feet. And Fletcher will face Kelly now. 0-2. Gets the strikeout, and a nightmarish 7th innings for us. We stretch, suddenly 3 runs down, and we've got to go and have a bat. They have got, of course, a new pitcher on the mound. It's going to be Vasquez to lead us off. He's 1 for 2 today. An 0-2 pitch is not the best way to start off the innings. And I'm assuming now, yes, Ohtani will come in to pinch hit. What can he do? A 1-2 count. Ohtani strikes out. And we go back to the top of the order with Bo Bichette. A full count on him. 2 are out. No one on. Bo Bichette gets himself another hit. What a debut this has been. He goes 3 for 3 with a walk. And, well, can Rogers do something here? If we can get a home run. 2 out, 1 on. A home run. Oh, it gets away. Go on, Bo. Get yourself to second, mate. What are you doing? There he goes, eventually. Come on, Rogers. Just pull one back for us. 2-2. Oh, he strikes out again. Rogers, you muppet. He's had a nightmare. He's bunted it up in the air. He struck out. And it's going to be De Jesus coming onto the mound to face Pavin Smith, who is 2 for 2 and has been a bit of a destroyer so far today for us. And Jesus starts with a walk. Perdomo comes up. He's 0 for 2. A 2-2 pitch. Now, of course, De Jesus was in our starting rotation last season. The plan for him this year is to give him a year in the bullpen, and then he'll probably go back into our rotation. That could be a double play. There's 1, and there is not 2. But it is 2 away with that man at first, and it's Guzman coming in to pinch hit now. A 1-2 pitch. He's popped that up. Alcantara is there, and that'll end the top of the 8th. We have 6 outs to get at least 3 runs. Art Warren comes in to pitch now. He's going to face Evan White, who is 1 for 3. An 0-1 pitch. Come on, Evan. We need you on base here, mate. And he does just that. It's a leadoff single for Evan White. All right. What can Sigilio do? He's 2 for 3. Sigilio pops it up. And that's not going to advance White either. He will stay at first with 1 away. And it's Heron who's 0 for 3. Hell of a time to get a first hit of the year, mate. 2-0 pitch. Heron. Oh, it's going to be double play, is it? Run, Heron. He gets there. And Ryder Jones comes up now. He is 0 for 3 and looked completely clueless. And that's not going to change now. Oh, we're going to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. De Jesus to continue to Thomas, who's 0 for 4. A 2-2 pitch. That should be out. Evan White has it over to first. 1 away. It is Robinson now to the plate. He hit the grand slam last time up. 1-1 pitch. I would have permitted hitting him, actually, De Jesus, but instead he grounds it up the middle and it's a 1-out single. Marte to the plate. He's 1 for 4. A 1-0 pitch. Marte rips it into right field. Is that going to get Robinson over to third? It is, I think. Only just. Good arm from Sigilio, but it's a double. Well, it's probably a single, but he gets to second. And we've got runners at second and third with only 1 out. We really need a strikeout. We're not going to get that because at the first pitch swing, we're just walking him. Bases are loaded for Kelly. An 0-1 pitch. Straight back to the pitcher. That could be a double play. There's 1. Oh, just 1. But we prevent the run from scoring. Ty Tice comes onto the mound now. Of course, our pitcher of the season last season. He's going to face Pavin Smith, who's 2 for 2. A full count. a ground ball, Rogers, the sort of day he's having, you'll throw it into the stands, but he doesn't. He ends the innings, and we need to bat well in the bottom of the ninth. It's Alcantara, still looking for his first hit in Major League Baseball. He's going to face Sierra on the mound. It's a 1-0 pitch. Come on, Kev. And he does get a first hit in Major League Baseball. Well done, Alcantara. Alright, it's Vazquez. He's 1 for 3. We need at least another base runner, don't we? It's a full count. Oh, he strikes out, 1 away. We'll be pinch hitting. It's Velagio. It's going to be his first at bat in Major League Baseball. It's not really the guys you want, but could they be our saviors? 2-1. Velagio hits into a double play, and that'll do it. Oh, it's opening day heartbreak. It was all going so well for him until it wasn't, and Jack Flaherty starts with a loss. I'm absolutely heartbroken. It should have been a really, really good, solid win for us. And in the end, we've got nothing. I did want to show you the rosters, didn't I? And I'll show you, actually, with spring training numbers as well. I meant to do this, as I said at the start, so massive apologies for that. We can see here, that's how everybody did. Now, my plan here for Ohtani, I always start high and rested pitcher. My plan here is that he's just going to be number 5 in the rotation. He'll pitch where he can and just be a pinch hitter. He's on $22 million. We can't trade him. No one wants him. He can bat, obviously, which is something. But if we send him to pitching, he's not a major league pitcher. For whatever reason, that is gone. So my plan for him, as I said, is just number 5 in the rotation. He'll pitch maybe 1 in 7 games or whatever it'll work out to. Hopefully he just does what he does, and then he'll just spend the rest of the time pinch hitting and playing right field if we need him to. This is the active roster for the outfield players, or I'm not quite sure what they're called in baseball, to be honest. We do have other than the guys that you saw come into pinch hit, we do have Khalil Lee, and Jeffers is the catcher, and Hampson as well is in the team. So that's how we're looking in terms of active roster. But guys, that is it for today. Terribly, terribly disappointing. But we'll be back next time. We want to get a little ways into it here, don't we? So we'll come back for, what about if we come back for a series at San Diego? It doesn't look great for Pittsburgh, does it? I like the Pirates. I think that, anyway, I'm getting sidetracked again. We'll come back for a game in San Diego. That could be big. We don't play the Dodgers for a little while, it looks like. But that'll be next time, guys. Until then, I've been Aussie Bell, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.